Hello friends, I'm Horace Levy, author of a series of blogs entitled What Jamaicans Want. I started that 2 days ago and I'm continuing the same blog, giving you part 2, looking at another side of the problem and how to resolve it. I'm repeating again my introduction for the benefit of those who didn't hear the first blog. I was born and bred in Jamaica. I spent most of my life here. In the 1970s, I helped workers in Westwoodland form themselves in cooperatives. And then for the next decade and a half, I continued to work with rural communities. In the 2000s, though, from 1999, I began to teach at the University of the West Indies in the Department of Sociology and Social Work and Psychology. And I also began to work with the Peace Management Initiative, the PMI, as many people know it, among unattached youth in deprived communities, to end the warring among them and to generate a current of peace. I did this for 17 years. So that's me. And I want to turn now to the second part of the piece on education, moving the country forward, the whole country, through education, which is the title of this blog. And what I want to do, first of all, is just to say that the first part of this blog focused on one of the two major problems in education. And it is the shortage of teachers. That's a very current hot topic right now around the world, because many countries are suffering a shortage of teachers. The UK is short of about 40,000. So what they're all doing is coming and taking away Jamaican teachers, because many Jamaican teachers are known to be very good. And they offer much higher wages than Jamaica can manage. So Jamaica is losing many of its best teachers. And that's our problem. It's been a problem for some time. But the full significance of this problem must be appreciated. It is a failure to prioritize education. That's where the real failing, where we're really falling down, to perceive what it means concretely for children from birth. Many teachers recognize this, and this is why they're leaving. Not because they want to stay here. But they see that problem. They know that Finland and Singapore and some other countries have been able to change their entire countries by giving priority to education. That is the issue, prioritizing education. It means focusing on children from their very earliest years. It means training the teachers of the very early children and paying them in such a way that at the same level as teachers higher up. Otherwise, they leave early childhood teaching and go to the higher levels. So that must be kept in mind. But it also means accepting and acknowledging that except for a small number of the middle class, English is not the language of Jamaican people and Jamaican children. It's not the first language. And the school system has to recognize this and accept it. But so far it's refused. For many people, what we speak, patois, or Jamaican I will call it, is bad English. Even many people who speak bad English feel that way too. But it's not the case. And the language unit at the University of the West Indies has decisively proved that Jamaican is a language. It's a language of its own. Miss Louise Coverley Bennett, was the first person to bring this home to Jamaicans. And we all enjoy her poems, but we refuse to accept what she's really trying to get across, that Jamaican is valuable, the language. But if you teach in English, which is a foreign language to Jamaican children, it's a sure way for them not to learn what the teacher is trying to communicate. And the result is exactly what is happening. It's why we're getting the results that Professor Patterson, right, whose commission was appointed by the government, has called our attention. The fact that over half of 12-year-olds at the end of primary school cannot extract information from a simple English sentence. They are, in effect, illiterate in that language. In 2019, the Patterson report revealed that 59% at the end of primary school were failing in math, 35% failing in English. At the high school end, right, those who sat the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate examination this year, over 2/3 failed at math and a fifth failed at English. Only 18% were able to get through this year with 5 subjects, inclusive of math and English. And the passing grade declined from last year. Now this is catastrophic. 18% is a stunning figure. But it's the culmination of failure all along the line, from primary school coming up. Of course, the government will say, well, with much publicity, they're creating these STEAM and STEM schools to fill the gaps in engineering and mathematics and science and so on. But that is just what Mark Shields, president of the Jamaica Teachers Association, called a disjointed approach. We're putting our emphasis at the wrong place. There is no other way to move the nation forward but by starting with education of the tiniest children, and to remunerate teachers across the board, starting with those teachers, adequately. This is what Jamaicans want. They want it badly. Thank you for listening. Check me again at the beginning of next week. I'll come with a second blog on a second topic, a hot topic in Jamaica. See you later. Bye.